But yeah, we'll do a match reaction now like we always do. Get your comments in. Let me know what you thought of the game, whether you're watching on YouTube or watching on Facebook. Please get your comments in. I will share the ones that come in as and when I can. But obviously, as usual, I will ask the lads what their thoughts of the game. Simon, I'll start with you. What were your thoughts and opinions on that absolute fucking shite thing?
I think Kieran, I think it was that said it earlier, but he just kind of summed it up for me. I forgot that we were playing against 10 men. I've forgotten that we were, we had an upper hand in that game. It was completely unused. They didn't look like there was a man less. We didn't look like we had a man more, whichever way you want to look at it. We created nothing, 0 shots on target. I won't keep taking everything because there won't be much for say for the other lads if I do. But yeah, shambles. I could go on.
It's just, I mean, we did the watch. I'm trying to think of what to say that's not going to go mental, but the Fulham game, I thought was bad.
Say that again.
That's a great that was a great point at Fulham. It weren't. We should have beat Fulham, and we should be beating these today. So they've conceded the most goals in the top 5 top European leagues. And we had 1 shot on target, I think, that's been registered. Absolute shower of shit. So possession, 62%. What do we do with it? Nothing. It's just dreadful, awful. And it just comes back to the summer for me. I mean, you look at the players we had when we have a full fit squad. You like Brady, Goodmanson, Barnes. They're all injury prone. So sooner or later, over the amount of games that we're playing over a tight period, they're going to pick up injuries. And we've got no one to bring on. I mean, look at bench he brought. The only sub we've made, I think, is Mumbongo.
Yeah.
At home to West Brom, who was second from bottom and are down to 10 men. And we bring one young striker on. It's poor. It's terrible. But the saving grace is we got the points at Palace, and I think there is slightly teams that are worse than us, but that is not an advert for the Premier League. And whenever, like you said, when everyone says Burnley's bad to watch, we are, and we can't defend it. We are bad to watch, and it's just the same, isn't it? Yeah, that's terrible.
That was shocking. Like, I didn't enjoy any moment of that at all. The best football was played by West Brom, and obviously I didn't enjoy that because I mean, in my mouth when they were doing it, but fuck me, yeah. Like we've been saying it for years, aren't we? Like there's no depth because they're not buying people, and that when you have a few injuries like you do, there's not even that many injuries. There's a few, to be fair. There's JBG.
There's a lot of injuries.
Wood. There's Brady. If he's that's injured, who's that? Sorry,
Stevens.
Brady. Stevens and Peters. Yeah, they're injuries, but I won't count them as first team injuries. But you should have the players to be able to step in, and we obviously don't. But yeah, Kieran, what's your thoughts on that?
No, I'm just usually disappointed. It's like I said earlier, these 2 games we should have been making a statement and saying, this is why you're in bottom 3 and this is why we're not, but we're fucking not. It was like we were down there with him. It's just fucking dire, just awful. I didn't think we could play any worse today, and what we did on Wednesday, we have just no fucking creativity. I know we've got injuries. I know we've got some injuries, like you said, Wood and some first teamers are out. I mean, you can't really count Brady and Stevens, but like Wood missing, Barnes missing. It's just there was just fuck all there, were there? It's just disappointing. It's just another. It's just 4 points drop. It's used 4 points drop for me now, and like you said, it's a good job we beat fucking Palace and beat Liverpool. Otherwise, we would be in the shit. But let's hope Fulham and let's hope Sheffield United probably do with Sheffield United winning tonight because I don't think they're going to catch anybody.
No, I agree with that. Do it, Fulham. Either
it's a draw or Sheffield United. Even better, Sheffield United go and beat Fulham. But it was just shitting it, and obviously now it's some tough games. Now is it now Spurs next, and then Everton coming up.
Spurs, yeah.
City.
Spurs, Leicester, Arsenal, Everton. They're the next games.
Fucking hell.
So that's. But the thing is, this season we have dug out wins against teams we shouldn't be beating. But then
that's what I was just going to say. This is typical Burnley now. These last 2 games have been shit. We've picked 2 points up, and we'll probably go and get a result against Leicester or fucking Everton or Spurs or something like that. It's typical Burnley.
Why were we so bad then today, JT? Like, what do you think was missing today? Is it the fact there's so many injuries like we've discussed, or was there something too narrow like some people were saying? Or is it the fact that they were down to 10 men and they just sat, well, they didn't really sit back, did they, to be fair? So I can't even use that as an excuse.
We're just too narrow. I think Simon would have first person to mention it. We play wide, and Brownhill, I love Brownhill, but he shouldn't be on the right. He's kind of like when they put Hendrick out wide. They're just wasted. It's just pointless. Yeah. They're not going to hang out wide. They're not going to beat a man. It's just that right hand side. I mean, you look at Lawton, how good he's been the past few games where he's had that bit of freedom. He can get out wide. He can whip balls in. He was pinned in his own half, and every time he got forward, they broke, and there was no one covering. The way we've played when we've looked good, West Brom knew how to play against us. And you've got to remember, they should have won that game. They had better chances.
Yeah, definitely.
I would not be surprised if we were sat here and did a 1-2-0. Yeah, poor, embarrassing.
Or more. I think Darcy's going to use the old chestnut in his post-match. He's going to come out and say, it's harder to play against 10 men. But we're shit before that. We're playing shit before that. But that's the excuse he's going to use, isn't it?
Yeah,
we were shit before that. I cannot. Someone did put that in the comments. To be fair, saying that's exactly what he'll say. I don't really want to discuss that match too much because it was that fucking bad. Then there's not really much else to say. We were shit. They were better. We should have lost, and that's an absolute shambles. I do think fatigue and injuries have got a bit to play on it, as well as the fact that we are so narrow. But we are so narrow because we've got square pegs in round holes. But yeah. So
yeah, but I get that, right? Injuries, and I totally get that. But you can't sit there on the 70th, 81st minute. He brought Mumbongo on. We weren't that glittering in the first half, and the second half, 75th minute. You're looking, you think, am I watching a different game to anything else? Just change something, just do something.
He changed it, but he took the wrong centre forward off.
Like for like, and you're like, right? Well, we haven't done out in midfield. We haven't looked that solid defensively. Right, all right, what are you going to do? Oh, we'll take Gerard off from Mongo. Right, might as well just take Telly off and just thought, you know what? I'll put fucking cash in the attic on. So we're not going to win.
Cash in the attic.
We'll do a cash in the attic watch along next week. Fucking hell. But yeah, that was shit. Not much else to say. Unless Simon or Kieran or Tate has got anything else left to say.
No, it's just a bad day at the office. We've had them before. We'll bounce back.
Fucking up for mate.
Yeah, I think we'll stay up. We've got enough points on the board. If we were,
I'm not concerned about that.
If we're in West Brom's position, then you might as well just fucking end it now, because after that performance, the next 4 games are going to be massive. I know we just said these 3 games are massive, but the next 4 are massive. Like, not necessarily for us, because we're expecting to lose them all. So if we lose them all right, there will be people kicking off. But if we do lose them all, you can't really complain too much. But it's what Fulham and West Brom and Sheffield United and Brighton and Newcastle do in them 4 games as well, because West Brom have got some winnable games coming up. Fulham have got a winnable game tonight. I ain't got a clue who Brighton are playing Palace tomorrow or Monday. That's a winnable game. Palace is short at the moment, so Brighton could win that comfortably like we did. So it'd be interesting to see where we are in 4 games, and then the pressure could be really on at that point. We could be level on points with Fulham, for example, 6 points away from Newcastle and Brighton easily. So we need to stop. I think we need to win one of these next 4 games to just take the edge off again a little bit. Like we beat Palace, it took the edge off these 2 games. And I think in a way that's worked out as like a detrimental effect to us, because we've not been at the races for the next 2 games, whether it's injuries or not. Obviously, we've discussed that, but I don't know. It's one of them. But anyway, like I said, that's the match reaction done. We also have, of course, the fan reaction where we ask you boys to all get involved and what we do. Unfortunately, we've lost the fan reaction this week because Kieran's been on the watch along again. However, if you want, you can be the next person that kind of like fills in Kieran's boots. Send your fan reaction in, and we will put you in the next podcast, which will be recorded on Wednesday night or Wednesday during the day or whatever, and be released on Thursday as usual. I've seen Neil Layfield comment. I don't know if you're still in the chat, Neil, saying I can't do a watch along for that. It was so bad. I'm going to need you to, mate, unfortunately. But yeah, get your fan reactions in, please. Just record yourself talking about the game for 2 to 3 minutes, like usual. Send it to turfcastpodcast@gmail.com, or send it us on Twitter, or message us on Twitter. And then the best way of probably sending it is through my WhatsApp, if you know me personally as well. We could do it that way. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you for the match reaction will be uploaded to YouTube in the next hour. The fan reaction will be uploaded tomorrow. And then the next podcast, as mentioned, will be out on Thursday. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you whenever.